Welcome to the Air Products Baytown facility. This video will cover trailer arrival, trailer setup, computer setup, disconnecting your trailer, and troubleshooting guidelines. Today, we will be loading argon, which is located at Bay 1 on the far right. Before we get started, it is important to locate the safety shutoff panels. There are 3 panels, and each bay has easy access to a panel that will shut down its respective loading pumps in case of an emergency. The closest panel to where you will be loading argon is to the right of Bay 1. Please also become familiar with the 2 emergency shutoff buttons located inside and outside the driver's room door. These buttons shut off the loading system for all of the bays. Next up, Jerry is going to show us how to load argon, starting with pulling in properly. The easiest way to park your trailer in the correct position is to feel for your tires to roll over this bump, and stop right after you feel your final set of tires going over the bump. Once you have your tractor placed in park, please remember to remove your keys from the ignition and maintain 3 points of contact as you exit the cab. Remember to place a chalk in front of your rear tandem wheels. Check for proper labels of the product to be loaded. The tanker product placarding must match the product being loaded. After opening the back cabinet on the trailer, the first thing Jerry is going to do is remove the dust caps on both the fill line and the vapor recovery line to check that the gaskets do not need to be replaced. Please note the location of the fill line and the vapor recovery line. Now Jerry is going to connect hoses, starting with the vapor recovery 1 1/2 inch hose. Next is the 3-inch fill hose. He will now hook the hose retention safety restraint chain to the proper hookup. Jerry hooked up the sample purity line first, but this is typically the last hose to connect. Once it is connected, open the sample valve. Take a second, again, to acknowledge the location of what we have gone over so far: the fill line, the vapor recovery line, and the sample line. Next, tighten the nuts another 45 degrees. These tools should be located near the bay on the left side. If you do not see them, please contact the on-shift Air Products technician. Jerry is now opening the top fill valve to 100% open. Do not open the bottom fill valve. Next, open the top fill vapor purge line. This is the last time we will be reviewing the location of each valve, so feel free to pause the video and study it, or take a picture. There is a panel to the right of the trailer that you will now flip to drain. Drain your top vapor purge line for at least 30 seconds. When this is complete, flip the switch back to load. Next, open the station product block valve to 100% open. Note the location of this valve in relation to your trailer. Finally, before Jerry starts loading, we need to ensure that the vapor purge line is closed. It is time to head back to the driver's room to begin the automated fill process. First, Jerry is going to fill out his ticket with the date, commodity that he is loading, trailer number, and the carrier. He then puts it in and presses print. and it makes a copy of the starting loading point to have for his records and Air Products records. It's time to go to the auto-load computer. To get started, click the box under Scale 1. You will be prompted to use your auto-load security ID number. The next pop-up box will ask for your password. Type the word welcome. This needs to be lowercase. If you type the wrong password or loader ID, you will get a password violation message and will have to re-enter the data. The next pop-up box will ask for your trailer number, so enter your trailer number. The next pop-up box will ask for a comment. You must enter the weight ticket number and company-specific acronym. Examples of how to write this are given on the paper above the loading computer. Next, enter the set point for your gross weight, and the trailer will load as normal. When the trailer is done loading, a blue final data box will appear on the screen. Click Enter, and you'll be prompted to enter your loader ID. Next, enter the same password that you used at first, the word welcome with all letters lowercase. Autoload will now print out a C of A that includes an electronic signature, so you will not need to sign it manually. Jerry is making a copy of this so that he has one for the customer and one to place in the back of the trailer. It is now time to disconnect your trailer. First, close the station product block valve. Next, close the top fill valve completely. Then, ensure that the vapor purge line is closed. Turn the three-way valve to drain, which automatically depressurizes the hoses and fill line. Disconnect all fill, vapor return, and sensing lines from the tanker and replace the dust caps lightly. As you do this, please ensure that all lines are properly stored to eliminate tripping hazards. Finally, Jerry is slowly opening the road valve while watching the trailer's pressure indications to ensure that his trailer maintains positive pressure while on the road. Before we finish up, there's a few more scenarios to go over. The most common issue you may encounter is your trailer not being able to fill because of low pressure. To fix this, a pressure shot is needed. After hooking up your trailer like normal, head to the driver's room. On the main screen of the auto-load computer, click the button labeled Pressure Shot. Give this blue box a minute to populate, then click Scale 1 LAR. Then click Acknowledge and head back to your trailer. Once outside, use the LAR pump panel to bypass the pump and pressurize the trailer to slightly over 25 psi. For this to work, the vapor recovery must be closed. Finally, we have reached the most important part of this video, alarms. Depending on the time of day, there may only be one operator on site, and they may be troubleshooting something in the plant. If you get an alarm at any time while trying to use autoload, do not immediately reach out to a plant operator. There is a troubleshooting guide on the wall in the back of the driver's room that goes through each alarm. It states the alarm name, purpose of the alarm, and recommended actions to resolve the issue. Only reach out to an operator if you have performed the recommended actions and still cannot clear the alarm. Thank you for visiting the Air Products Baytown facility. We hope you have a safe drive.